New question. The member from Etobicoke North.
Monsieur le Président, ma question est pour le ministre de l'Agriculture, de l'Alimentation et des Affaires rurales, Honorable Jeff Leal. Speaker, as the saying goes, farmers feed cities, and we in the government recognize that they are an integral part of our $34 billion agri-food industry. But if this already important industrial sector is going to continue to grow, to flourish, and to compete globally, more needs to be done in partnership by both government and industry. In October 2013, the Premier challenged Ontario's agri-food industry to double its growth rate and create more than 120,000 new jobs by 2020. This challenge is an opportunity to demonstrate how this sector makes an important and essential contribution to our economy and our quality of life. Minister, can you update this House, citing your own remarks to industry leaders at the Premier's annual Agri-Food Summit? What is the status of the challenge?
Thank you. Minister of Agriculture, Rural Affairs and Food.
Good question. That was an excellent question.
Thanks very much, Mr. Speaker. And I want to thank the member from Etobicoke Court for a very thoughtful question this morning. Just last week, the Premier and I had the opportunity to participate in the 9th Premier's Agri-Food Summit, along with many members from outside the House. Our government fully supports growth, investment, and innovation opportunities in the province's agri-food sector. Mr. Speaker, I just want to give you a bit of an update. Since the Premier issued the challenge last year, Ontario has created 17,000 new jobs in the agri-food sector in Ontario and increased our exports by $1.1 billion. There is always more to do. Our critical path to growth requires government and industry to play a role. That's why we're working with our industry partners to establish a growth measurement system to help identify opportunities and measures progress through the new Growth Steering Committee. We'll bring together industry and government leaders and experts to identify opportunities to help the industry meet the growth challenge.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Thank you, Minister. The numbers, commitment, and energy all demonstrate a formidable political will. Speaker, it's apparent that in the years since the Premier's Agri-Food Challenge was issued, the agri-food sector has done remarkable things. Building on the success of last year, the new Growth Steering Committee will assist in driving the agri-food industry's growth and create jobs right across the province. Nevertheless, Minister, many Ontarians across the province are concerned about red tape, what it means for Ontario farmers, and how it might potentially stand in the way of meeting the Premier's challenge. This is especially so in the light of the government's recent decision around neonicotinoids. I repeat, neonicotinoids, which are a class of neurologically active insecticides similar in chemical structure to good old nicotine. Minister, what is our response to the people who claim that government is increasing regulation at a time when we are tasked with growing the agri-food industry?
Thank you. Minister.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I really want to thank the member from Etobicoke North and his great interest in the agricultural sector in the province of Ontario. And I know all of us are always very concerned about regulatory burdens and what impact that might have on Ontario's farmers. As you know, there's many people in Ontario today that are concerned about with the challenge we face to reduce the use of neonics, which we announced last week. I want to be very clear, and this is what Premier Wynne said at the Agri-Food Summit last week. It's not about some kind of agenda that would lead to more regulatory burden for Ontario's farmers. We are committed to addressing the challenges of producers as we develop and implement new controls. We also remain committed to work with our farmers in Ontario with our very successful Open for Business Forum to reduce red tape for our agricultural sector.
Answer.
We've had many more successes on that front, and we want to achieve more. Addressing red tape, being environmental stewards, and growing the industry together, Mr. Speaker, very important to Ontario.